Alright. Okay. Somehow this is real. This is real. Ben Simmons for James Harden is now real. As the accustomed rumor for the last several months, Ben Simmons is acquired from the Philadelphia 76ers to go to the Brooklyn Nets for Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and a first in the 2022 first round unprotected pick, and of course 2027's first round pick for Paul Millsap and James Harden. The most passable players on a hurt Brooklyn Nets team, struggling to crack 500, now being the 8th best in the Eastern Conference. This is a subliminally good trade because of the problems that James Harden had over the past few seasons, with the situation with Kyrie Irving. Of course, the injuries, setbacks for Kevin Durant, and just the underperformance of the lack of depth on the team. Now you pick up good supporting parts with Andre Drummond and a great three-point shooter, one of the biggest high spots for the Sixers out of Seth Curry, and a point guard 6'9" forward that can move out the ball, but nobody to move it on. Plus, Seth Curry and Patty Mills are going to be in the same squad. So that's going to be a presumptively better team on paper, but it's dependent on the willingness of Ben Simmons. Harden hopefully will play well with Embiid. I'm very excited for the way these teams play. I feel like this is perceivably a win-loss for either the Sixers or the Nets, depending on if these players will do well. So that's most of what I have for this. We also have more trades going over most of this, if you don't mind me, with Joe Ingles getting traded away, Halliburton getting traded away, Bol and PJ Dozier for a future second round, so they can get a cash considerations just for a second round pick for next year. Also, and that's only for Thomas Satoransky and the second round pick for Ingles and Elijah Hughes. And Ingles, he's a great 3-and-D shooter. He's just injury prone and doesn't really produce that much over in the clutch. So hopefully the Spurs can do much with his ability of shooting. Oh, and KZ Okapolo, that was in the same draft class as Tyler Hero in the second round, just got picked up from the Oklahoma City Thunder for a 2026 second round pick. And Buddy Hield, Tyus Halliburton, and Tristan Thompson, your bitch ass needed to get traded. Go to the Spurs for Domantas Sabonis, Justin Holiday, and Jeremy Lamb. I think that we went over on the live stream the other day with BFB on Tuesday. But just as a refresher, Buddy Hield is not a Sacramento King anymore. And Karis LeVert is now on the Cavaliers for first, second, and a second round pick from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and a protected lottery pick. So the Pacers are really willing out to build up for the future. That I felt like they've done well over this trade deadline. And the Clippers as well, getting 2 reasonable 3-and-D shooters, 1 sizable shooter from Norman Powell. Not going to really improve much because they have no superstars on their team, so we're not expecting much of them. And McCollum to the Pelicans. So these are some game-changing trades, and some were just piece-deciding trades. But I expected more, especially with the deadline, but it's supposed to close out like 3 p.m. So it's already past that. So that's technically all I got going into most of these trades. We expected much more from the Celtics. We expected some from the Suns. Not really from the Suns, but from the Grizzlies. The Lakers, they didn't make any moves that they needed to with their inconsistency, shooting, rebounding. Just overall, just not the best team to look at right now over the way they've been playing. So, hopefully, they try to go for broke in the fucking play-in tournament. if they're still considering being a contender. That's the most optimism I have for the Lakers right now, because they've shown that they couldn't even handle the Blazers with no McCollum. So this is either a done deal for the Lakers right now. Because people were expecting the Celtics to give away Marcus Smart, but only Bull and PJ Dozier for a future second round that they won't use until the next year, and possibly some cash consideration. So it must have been a done deal. I expected a bit more off this trade deadline, but obviously people got what they wanted. James Harden is out of the Sixers. Is now off to the Sixers, and probably in a more comfortable consideration, but expect a lot from the Sixers fan base. And for Ben Simmons, we don't know how he's going to produce, or even if he's going to still continue playing basketball, even with the new situation he has over in Brooklyn. But hopefully, there's a lot that they can save up over, preparing out for Ben Simmons, seeing if he gels along with Kyrie on the road games, if the team will still be playoff bound over the next few months after the trade deadline's already done. So there's a lot still packing into most of what's been going on for the last few days. In the last 72 hours, we've had some insane trades, especially over the Sacramento Kings, the Indiana Pacers, the 76ers, and just all around overall Brooklyn. So this has been insane. And that's technically it coming over for this video, because this was just a mind freak for me, and the deadline's done. 3 p.m. Eastern, it's done for, and we already have still some basketball to go over on the team. Sabonis already showed that he can still hoop. We don't know how Buddy Hield's gonna do. Back in the Eastern, and Tristan Thompson's back in the Eastern Conference. And Ben Simmons' situation. This is just expect the unexpected right now. But that's it for me. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for more if you want to see more of what I have to say. I go over an array of topics, including sports, pro wrestling, or other mediums that get my interest. That's it for me.